You have goals, but you are lazy. And this is the reason you probably have clicked on this video. You've got goals, big ones actually, dreams that keep you up at night. You want to start that business, build something real, make your parents proud, serve Allah, leave a legacy. But here is the truth that you don't want to admit. You are lazy. You scroll for hours, you overthink, you procrastinate, you say tomorrow like it's a promise, but tomorrow never comes for you. And yet, something in you still wants more. That fire isn't dead, it's still burning. You just buried it under distractions, excuses, and comfort. The desire is still there, the ambition is still there, but it's just constant laziness and procrastination. You think more inside of your head and like to stay in your mind than actually put in the efforts and work. Let me remind you, a true believer is not lazy. It, he can never be a lazy person. A true believer can never be a lazy person. Why? Because we are sent down on this earth with a purpose. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "O Allah, I seek refuge in you from incapacity and laziness." He didn't just warn against sins, he warned against wasting time. Because laziness apparently does not seem harmless, but it is actually a slow death of your potential. You weren't sent to this earth to chill. You weren't created just to vibe and survive. You weren't created just to scroll for hours on social media. Do you think we were created for this? In Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Do you think we created you in vain?" And that is a very powerful question if you ponder upon it. Every second you breathe, you will be asked about it, that how you spend it. No one's feet will move on the day of judgment until he is asked about his youth and how he spent it. And most of the people that watch my videos, are apparently in their youth, ripe years, growing, thriving, having energies. And you are probably one of those in your prime. Let me ask you, how are you spending yourself? And you should ask yourself as well, what am I doing with my life? You know, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the most productive human being in the history. He didn't have assistants. He wasn't living in luxury. He buried his children, fought in battles, built a community from scratch. And still, he prayed long into the night. He served his family with his own hands. He walked miles to give dawah. He wasn't driven by motivation, but rather purpose. When Hazrat Aisha asked why he prays so much, he said, "Shouldn't I not be a grateful servant?" So what's our excuse? Laziness is a spiritual illness. It's a heart problem. When your heart disconnects from its purpose, you start moving. You lose drive, you chase comfort. You numb the pain with dopamine, TikTok, game, endless YouTube. But that never satisfies because your soul was built for something bigger. Like, imagine how many times you have spent and wasted hours on social media, and by the end of it, you regret it and you feel, what did I do with my day? Because that guilt and that thought itself is a sign that you were not born to scroll social media. You were born with a purpose. Shaitan doesn't always tempt you with sin. Sometimes he just whispers, rest, do it later, you have got time. But time is not guaranteed. How many people planned for next year and didn't make it past maybe a week or a day? We all plan for yours, but we have no idea how soon we are going to die. Even look at prophets. Hazrat Musa didn't wait to be fearless. He moved even while he was afraid. Hazrat Yusuf didn't let prison paralyze him. He used it to build wisdom. Ibrahim alayhi salam stood up his entire society as a young man alone. Hazrat Noah built an ark for years with barely having any followers. They didn't say, I'm not ready. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They acted and Allah supported them. We sit here with freedom, education, technology, and youth, and we do nothing. Even take an example of Sahabas. They were the doers, they were not just the dreamers. Umar bin Khattab ruled the most powerful empire, but used to wake up at night crying, fearing accountability. Hazrat Ali was only a teenager when he risked his life for the Prophet Muhammad during Hijrah. Abu Bakr gave everything he owned for the sake of Islam, not when he had more, but when it mattered the most. We wait for the perfect moment. When the time will be right, I'll do this, I'll build that business, I'll do more charity. When I'll be making X amount of money, then I'll be doing more of charity. That would be the day when I'll start doing charity. Like, these are the thoughts that young people mostly have. All these Sahabas didn't wait for convenience. They knew time was precious. They lived every moment mattered, because it does. You have a gift and you are wasting. Allah gave you energy, health, youth, time, iman. These are priceless gifts. Take advantage of all of these, your youth, your health, your time, before you have none of it, before you have no time left, and that is near, or the day of judgment is near, before you are in your older age, before you are on your deathbed. This is your wake-up call. If you're ambitious, that's great. But ambitions without effort is just fantasy. I once read somewhere that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And that's a very powerful statement. You have the ambition, but a person with no ambition but actions will definitely be ahead of you. So go get up, write your plan, pray your salah on time. Do that one thing you have been avoiding. If you have been waiting for the right moment to do more charity, let this be the moment. If you are waiting to execute an idea, let this be the moment, and go and execute it. You learn more by doing it instead of thinking about it. Go read more Quran. Plan your day, structure your day. And since we have ChatGPT, it's very easy to have an assistant for free. Ask ChatGPT to plan your entire day for you, minute by minute, and it will do it for you. Your salahs on the right schedule, everything for you. When to wake up, when to do what, when to do, how to manage your dhikr, how to manage Quran, how to read more Quran, how to do more charity, when are the times that you can remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more. Everything according to your personality type. Start small, but start now. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. Don't be the one who could have, should have, almost done. Be the one who tried and trusted Allah to do the rest. Because Allah does not bless the lazy. But He multiplies the steps of the one who moves, even with weakness. And those who strive for us, we will surely guide them to our ways. Don't just dream, strive.